Hello, my name is Pablo, and my project is about how agricultural activities contribute to soil pollution. I chose this project because pollution is a real problem. And yes, there is pollution in the ground, which affects what we eat. Humans are massive destruction weapons. We have an ambitious thought of having more and easier. So we decided to use chemicals to do everything but good. We use these chemicals to speed up the growth of plants and make them larger. These chemicals are human-made, so they are natural. High concentrations of these xenobiotic chemicals cause the soil to reject it and contaminates and kills everything near. Humans still don't care. It is beneficial for us, right? Who cares about a bit of land and some dead animals? We were going to end up killing them anyways, right? Right? Maybe. The issue solution is, as always, reducing the use of plastic, waterways, chemical use, but it seems that we just don't learn. So once again, nature will give us one solution. We kill plants with these chemicals, but some plants can just break or destroy these chemicals and clean the land. It is a good solution, but we still need to stop. Soil pollution is a type of contamination which is affecting ground part of our ecosystem, leaving us with little space to cultivate and feed our population. Soil pollution affects the land by making it impossible for a plant to live in it. It makes it arid, with high concentration of metals, and destroys completely any life in the composition of the soil. The main reason of soil pollution are humans. We expose the land to xenobiotic chemicals so we can produce food in a shorter amount of time or keep the ground from any bugs that could eat the crops. Soil pollution can be remediated to a point where there will be little to no contamination. Humans mainly cause soil pollution, but there are some exceptions of it being caused by nature. Industrial activity, water disposal, oil spills, and acid rain are some of the principal reasons. They erode and change the composition of land so some plants can live near. Most of the causes of soil pollution involve chemicals. This means that the chemicals get concentrated on the ground and the plants die from absorbing massive amounts of chemicals. Within 40 years, the population of the world will increase into 2 more billion people. This is equivalent to 1 more China and 1 more India. The population growth will cause the food production to increase by a minimum of 40%. This food will have to grow on fertile soils, which are, as of right now, only 11% of the global land surface. This is most probably will be transferred to our land, making an estimated 6% by 2050. There's not enough space for that much food and people. The causes of soil pollution not only affects the ground itself, it affects the plants in it. They absorb the toxicity of the ground, and the plants accumulate it to some extent where they will die or be eaten by any animal. Plants are affected by the metals and chemicals in the soil, so they are also affected by the ones produced by the earth. This is called toxic dust, which produces an unpleasant smell and causes health problems. In agriculture, plants are treated with chemicals to prevent plagues and further plant problems. These chemicals are both used in plants and the soil. This soil gets high enough concentration to kill bugs so that diseases will be prevented. This elevated concentration of chemicals will most likely don't kill the plant, but the plant will absorb the chemicals and will be eaten by any herbivore. Agriculture not only consists of chemical treatment, but also gene modification. Both of them are mainly for human accommodation and comfort. But what happens when those plants filled with chemicals get into the human body? These plants may not be eaten directly by humans, but may be eaten by other animals that will eventually be consumed by us. Of course, the harmful chemicals stay on the plant, animal, and human, making a toxic food chain where everything will contain chemicals. Do we want this? No. We could have organ failure, seizures, and a bunch of other mortal diseases from just eating this food that had contact with the soil pollution in plants. But we could still help. Well, we aren't helping directly, but there's a way in that plants, yes, the ones we kill, could fix this soil pollution problem. This is called phytoremediation. Plants will absorb the metals and break them down. Why is phytoremediation the best solution? Because it is in situ, what means in place. Whenever a plant that is polluted is moved, this plant could infect all of its surroundings. Phytoremediation is not a single category. There are millions of ways to fix this problem from plants. There are different strategies, such as phytodegradation, phytostabilization, phytovolatilization, phytoextraction, and others. So let's help.